What's up, guys? Alex back with another video. We're out here in the Everglades watching the sunset. Well, I won't be able to watch it. You'll be able to watch it. But in this video, we're going to be talking about 10 things that I wish I would have known before I got into cryptocurrency. So I would have avoided losing a whole bunch of money and I would have avoided all the headaches. And of course, Marty's going to chime in on his experience because he's relatively new as well. And then, from there, I think it'll be a really good video. Keep watching. What's going on, everybody? Alex back with another video. Today we're talking about some experience. What did I do back in the day that would have caused me to make more money? Like, what mistakes did I make? And my goal here is to basically educate you guys so you can kind of stand on the shoulders of giants. I've been in this market for 6-7 years. And not only that, but I've trained 1,700 people. I've trained 8-figure earners, 7-figure earners. So I know kind of like the, path they go when first getting into crypto. I know it can be crazy hard, but we're going to go into all those details and more. But yeah, of course, they have to subscribe, right?
Guys, you already know the deal. Subscribe, like the video, turn on your push notifications.
So yeah, the post, the little bell, click the bell, and definitely like the video.
Yeah, we're getting some issues a little bit where...
Yeah, we're getting some shadow banning, just a little bit of shadow banning.
We're going to overcome it, guys.
Yeah, we're going to overcome it eventually. But yeah, what I want to do here is jump into like kind of the first, I guess you could say it's kind of like an umbrella of experience. So the first part is look at crypto in multiple dimensions. You can't look at cryptocurrency from one thing. So for a lot of times we'll see like a YouTube channel where they're only doing technical analysis.
Right.
That's all they do all day. They focus on that. And I get it. A lot of people are coming from traditional finance and you could probably get away with just TA and looking at price in traditional finance. But from what I've noticed is it requires a 360 or multi-dimensional solution because cryptocurrencies are much different than a stock. And it's much different from traditional finance, where technical analysis was created. So I'm looking at it from a technical analysis perspective. I'm looking at it from a fundamental analysis perspective. I'm doing on-chain investigation. We're using sentiment analysis. And then we use what we call trend hacking, right?
Yeah, what do you mean by sentiment analysis?
So sentiment is probably the hardest one to gauge. It comes from experience, but typically just kind of thinking 3 steps ahead of what the crypto culture is thinking. So, me being a marketer and making YouTube videos and appealing to crypto audiences and having a product has allowed me to have that unique perspective to see, hey, what's the next trend in crypto? Like, what's the sentiment? Is everybody scared right now? If so, should I be buying because everybody's scared? Is everybody too excited? Are they over exuberant? Should I be getting rid of some of my cryptocurrency and de-risking, right? These are the things that you can draw just from pure logic and feeling the market. Is it hot, cold? Like, how are people feeling? So I think that's a really big, underutilized, I guess you could say, tool that a lot of people just don't understand. And that comes with experience and it comes with making predictions. But I think the best ones for sure is fundamental analysis because no one does it.
Right.
And on-chain investigation or on-chain analytics is like a whole new industry that nobody had access to previously.
Yeah.
Because blockchains was the revolution. So number 2, this is really important as well. Do everything with 20% of your time and then focus with 80% of your time. What do I mean by that? What's your take on that? What do I say about focus?
Well, limiting distractions would be number 1. Throwing the phone away. If you are on your computer, not having tabs open that, there's a lot of notifications popping up like Twitter or YouTube or something like that. So literally focused work, no distractions. You're, diving deep into a white paper or, going into different forums, reading up what people have to say about a certain, token, project or community. And then the other factor of it is, going to the social media, seeing what people are talking about it, right? So having the focus work where there's no distractions, and then the somewhat focused work where, you're on the socials and looking at, like I said, the overall.
Yeah, and when definitely with your actual physical time, you're talking in literal. But what I meant, like from a strategy perspective, is just purely spending 20% of your time exploring other places. So like if you're in DeFi, it's okay to jump into the metaverse. It's okay to jump into gaming, NFTs, like dabble a little bit. Maybe the same thing with your portfolio, dabble with your portfolio a little bit. But like when it comes to your niche, you should just niche down into one thing and spend the majority of your time, identifying different cryptocurrencies within that specific niche. And I think that's really important. And hopefully he doesn't die by crocodiles. But you look at that beautiful view.
Amazing.
It's crazy. We're in South Florida.
Just right
We
after
got
work,
the Everglades right after work. Just
5
out
minutes
here.
up the road.
Yeah, this is not a green screen. I'm gonna do some jumping jacks or something. This
You get an alligator walking.
I mean, that can't be like.
How are you gonna green screen that guy in?
Come on, you can't green screen that guy in. So yeah, we're out here. It's beautiful in nature, guys. Definitely get outdoors.
Alex was also saying, being niche specific, crypto is just too vast and too fast, right? You can't be at all places at the same time. What's going to happen is you're going to get lost in the translation. You'll make some profits here and there, but it's not going to be anything to the amount that somebody, like you said, is niche specific, deep dives everything, understands the ecosystem or that specific niche in crypto.
There's no way you're researching 50,000 cryptos. Pick a specific area and focus 80% of your time in that area, and that's where you'll make 80% of your profit, for sure. Number 3, okay, this is a really big one, and I know it's a big mistake. I wish I would have knew this, but don't follow the hype. Try to predict the hype. And this kind of bringing back to sentiment analysis we were talking about before. I usually, when I see something spike 200%, 300%, I don't even think about buying it. Sometimes, I even have a bad habit of just not looking at it at all. You should definitely look at it, okay? Look at it, research it, see if there's something else that might be similar, that will do similar numbers, but I would say that you have to try to predict it before it happens. And if it already happened, the ship has already sailed, and don't get caught up into something that could be. You want to do it in the beginning, right? Like before anybody else. So you ever got caught in some hype or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I got caught in the NFT hype. I wish I was buying, Bored Apes when they were coming out for 3 and 10K.
I got caught too. Yeah.
Now the floor price is 200K.
Yeah.
And we were saying, it's a little too expensive then. We'll maybe get it on the dip. It never really dipped. It only kept going up.
Yeah, it kept going. And that's why I said in the beginning, like, what was it, number 2? 20% of your time should be, looking at other things to branch out to see if there's something else that you want to be involved with. All right. Number 4. Risk management and conviction, okay? A lot of people just make way too many decisions. When I first got started trading, I had stop losses in. I had like 50 different cryptocurrencies. I was, making all these decisions. Sometimes I would sell one cryptocurrency 7 different times. So I was like paying ridiculous fees. And I've kind of switched my strategy, especially when I got more money, to a more like, I guess you could say, simple strategy, and having conviction and really backing up the decision you made. Like, for example, I believe that we're in a bull run, and I think that altcoins are going to specifically pop off.
Yep.
So I bought altcoins, even though they bled out like 40%, my portfolio is down like 40 something percent. I'm still buying, and I'm not taking stop losses either. I'm not doing any of that. I have conviction to see it through. Now, I know it can turn out negative, but I've done this literally in the past bull run like 7 different times. There's times where everybody thought I was crazy in my group, and I just kept buying. And it worked out. It's pretty much always works out. As long as you understand the macro cycle, and this is why a lot of my research comes from just looking at Bitcoin and the big markets. But that's why it's important to have like a good conviction in that area. You have anything you want to chime in on that?
Yeah, and that's really what's gonna, one, help you, get through the bear market, is having conviction in the fundamentally sound projects, and 2, getting into the projects that can 20 or 30x, but they're not gonna do anything for 2 or 3 months, right? They're probably just gonna move sideways, maybe have a little bit of price action. It comes down to, are you going to have that conviction to, hodl all the way through, because that once this day comes, they're going to have this massive partnership, and that's going to cause the massive 10, 20x.
As long as the overall trend in the market's up, it will go up eventually.
Look at Gala Gaming, for instance, like, that was a 2-3 month hodl for us, right?
Yeah.
We didn't see it to take off until it had that Coinbase effect.
Yeah, it's true. And look at that view. I just wanted to take a quick second, guys. I know we're supposed to be recording a video, but just look at that view, man. It makes you like realize that life is bigger than you. Life is bigger than you. The world's an amazing place, man. It really is. All right, let me just jump into 5. I'm going to get a couple knocked out. I'm probably going to enjoy the view a little bit. But number 5, do more, trade less. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Basically, a lot of times people buy for very specific reasons like technical analysis, and they have their own like standard. And what I would say the most important research process is actually using the apps and playing the games and like being a practitioner of the space and not just buying. Like a lot of times people buy a product and they haven't even used it. Contract, connections, use the decentralized exchanges. Even if it's expensive, you're paying for a reason, right? You're paying for your knowledge. And that's the real benefit of doing more, is that you're also learning, Web3 trading. A lot of times, people like Bailey, one of our finance guys at the office, he gets mad because I trade on decentralized exchanges and I pay that premium. But the reason I pay it is because I have a unique skill set that not many people on this earth have.
Yeah.
And I can offer that to other people. It's just knowledge, right? So I can help predict the next trend because I've used all of them, right? Number 6, emotional control rules everything. Why don't you tell them about your ice bath experience and how you use your emotional control to overcome that?
Yeah. So we, as you guys know, we like to do crazy things at this office, right? So Alex had actually purchased a chest freezer. Somehow I fit in it, but regardless, we started using it for ice baths. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever done an ice bath. The first, 2 to 3 times, it's not fun. It hurts. You get in, you lose your breath, you get out of it in 30 seconds. But as you keep trying it, you start to be able to stay in there longer and longer and longer.
Yeah.
And it's very similar with the market, right? When most people, first get into crypto, it's volatile for them, right? They tend to buy very close to the top, and reality sets in, massive 40, 50, 60% correction, and they sell it at a loss, right?
Yeah.
But it's, again, they're just uneducated. And then, like we always say, that's when you want to be the most excited. But it's having your emotions in check, right? As we know, there's going to be massive upswings and there's going to be downswings. So you have to be okay with, like I've always said, a 500% pump and then a 30 to 50% correction. That's just the reality of it. So don't get freaked out. Again, just understand, there's going to be these massive swings in the market, and have the mentality to do the opposite of what the herd does, like Alex says, right? When people are greedy, you're fearful, and vice versa. When people are fearful, you're greedy.
Having that emotional control to overcome that is really, really big. So like the ice bath, we were saying, is he's focusing on other things. He works out every morning, wakes up at 5 a.m., has discipline. And these things lead to better decision-making, which is what I wrote here. Life is a series of decisions. Your decision-making process should be protected at all costs. That is what I want to highlight here. Some people call it risk management, and they think about numbers in a portfolio. I say protect your decision-making process. I think that's way more important than numbers. But give me a second. That's crazy. This is the first time I've been out here. He's been
outside ever.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up like right over there, but in this Everglades, this is the first time I've seen the sunset. Believe it or not, I live in Sunrise, or I grew up in Sunrise, and they actually used to call this Sunset. They used to call it Sunset. I guess they switched the name because it's more positive. Sunrise is more positive, but yeah, that's a beautiful sunset. Yeah, let me get this video over with so that we can go watch the sunset.
Emotional control, you always talk about willpower.
Yeah, willpower. Being able to get more out of your day and do things that other people are not willing to do.
And your decisions are going to affect your willpower throughout the day.
100%. If you make the right decisions and protect your emotional control, you'll make better decisions overall. That's what I'm saying. You got to protect your decision-making process. It's the most important thing. All right, number 7, and I put this in all caps on my tablet. Number 7 says, please have cash flow, guys. Okay, I know they say you could become a millionaire in crypto, but don't be naive. You have to dollar cost average. You got to keep injecting liquidity into your portfolio.
Like the Feds.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way that you can hedge against volatility. So whether that's a job, because the job's okay, whether that's a sales job, whether that's, you running your own business, whether that's you doing a side hustle, please have income. Please don't be dumb. All right, guys, that's a big one right there. Number 8, make friends and get involved with communities. And networking is everything. And it's funny because I got really far without networking. I did. But then I realized that there's just so many answers out there that people already have. And instead of having to research it and spend all of these hours figuring out a solution or reading a book, I can go directly to the source and ask them the exact thing. And this goes with your portfolio. This goes with everything. Not all of the information is on the website. You got to get that low-key alpha. You got to get the low-key alpha that nobody else has gotten, right? So we're almost done here. Number 9, okay? Number 9, use social media to your advantage. This kind of plays off the other one. So Twitter has a lot of alpha. I know a lot of you guys, and this is it. This is alpha, right? This is number 9. Use Twitter. Okay, please use Twitter, because a lot of people are watching these YouTube videos, and you can get a lot of information here, but a lot of times the YouTube videos come from the tweets.
Yep.
Like if you notice, like guys just sharing tweets, the smartest people are using Twitter. So for example, you'll see CEOs of companies, they don't want to get involved with making videos, but they'll throw out a tweet. A lot of news comes from Twitter, from the coins. You'll see it there first before
ICOs, IDOs, new listings on exchanges. It really, there's no end to it. Just because, again, that's where, most of the crypto investors are millennials, right, or Gen Z, and they already spend so much time on social media. And like we said, crypto is very fast, and Twitter, can keep up with it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, hey, last one, guys. This one's quick and easy. Please understand what market manipulation is. And I'm going to leave a video in the description below. It's a playlist. This playlist has my recent best videos that explain to you the manipulation of the market, explains to you how we're in a bull run and how pretty much everybody else is folding under pressure. And I'm telling you right now, I'm still buying, I'm leveraging up my portfolio. So this is like the perfect series for you guys to get caught up very fast in what's going on now. Also, you could share it with your friend that's like bearish or something like that. Yeah, and that will explain the manipulation part. Understand market manipulation, understand crypto's early, understand it gets taken advantage of a lot, and you could hedge against that, and you can be the manipulator, right?
But what they cannot manipulate is that sunset.
Yeah,
guys.
I mean,
you
we
cannot
lost the
manipulate that, all
Yeah,
right?
we lost the sunset, but it's okay because we have a beautiful video. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say,
if you don't get with it, you will get left behind, guys.
see, when I point, it just happens. It's great.
It's automatic.
Yeah, it's automatic.
Automatic.
All right, guys, catch you in the next video.